How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy Nice coming at you with another review today. Now, it's been a minute since the last one, but I wanted to get this one out. And today we're going to be reviewing the Deck Tech Senpai line, the Lilly deck box. Now, this was a deck box that was released around Valentine's Day earlier in the year, and it just showed up, so it is quite a bit late. But I wanted to give a review on this. Talk about that, and yeah, just overall. So it came in a few days ago, but I didn't get around to reviewing anything until now. So let's get right into it. All right, getting it out of the box. So I was a bit concerned when the box was kind of bulging at the time that I got it. And I didn't open it to check anything. Like, I just opened it on right there. You saw it was sealed. But overall, it looks like it came in okay, so everything's good. It's every gem tech does have this little sticker seal here to prove that it is sealed when you get it. And yeah, like you can see here, it's not broken. Just so you can tell that I haven't done anything to it. So it's going to be a completely honest review about it. So right away, there's a nick in the box here. Well, this is the deck box, but this is the packaging for it. So there's like a nick here. It's just kind of flattened, like it fell in the corner. I hope that is indicative of what's inside. So far, everything else looks good. So let's get right into that. I'll break open the sticker here. Okay. Sticker's broken, and we can get right in. Oh, I guess it wasn't completely broken, but there we go. So on the inside of this packaging, you have this very nice artwork. I do love the packaging that Gemtech does. The packaging is always really good. They did a similar thing in their Mystery Machine deck box. Sorry, I had to think about it for a second. And I really did enjoy it. This one has a "Welcome to the World of Gem" written across the face here, which isn't necessarily my favorite edition. Maybe if it was down here or somewhere else, but or towards the top, where it's not literally on her face, but who knows? It could just be me wanting to see the face. But now we get into the actual deck box review proper, because as much as just judging these boxes would be, I guess, a video, the deck box is what we're here for, right? So I will put this over to the side to get it out of the way, and so we can focus on the Deck Tech Senpai Lilly line. So the Senpai line is full of really good pieces, stuff that absolutely like everybody loves, and yeah, this is probably going to be no exception. The Senpai line is great. So you have a bunch of mixed textures on the cover. So you have these nice glossy hearts here, and then on this kind of that faux leather that they like to use on all their stuff here. So like you have this glossy finish, and then you have like this difference in textures, and then this has that stitched fabric texture to it for the text. So it all feels very embossed. It's very nice. So it sticks out very well along with the seams, and it looks very good. Very much like a deck box. So like just from quick glance, it all looks very great. It all feels very great too. Likewise, the corners. I don't have a problem with the corners immediately. So of course down here in the bottom right is always where the seams come together, and does have that teeny little bulge there, but it does feel like Gemtech is definitely getting better about that in their deck box design, so it feels nicer to hold in that regard and doesn't have that issue too much. The big issue is to explain is that this is where the dice tray is, and this is like where all their seams come together. So because of that, there's kind of a bulge right here, and especially in the corner, that makes this corner very, at least from my experience, this corner is very easily messed up, and can happen even like in shipping sometimes. The sides are also a completely different texture to this. They feel very much like a fabric, like an actual like kind of a shirt fabric. I assume that's to go with the kind of nurse theme that they had with the deck box. So opening it up, you have this very nice artwork of the Injection Fairy Lily, or what is supposedly like the Injection Fairy Lily from Yu-Gi-Oh! And it looks very similar. It's supposed to, and it looks super cute. Absolutely love it. Slight see-through shirt, and all that. I'll remove this packaging. Just again showing that it's a fresh open. And it looks great. I do love the artwork. The artwork as always is super good. The cover or like the lid for this one does feel a lot heavier, and I assume that's because of all of the accoutrements that they've kind of put onto it, where it looks better that way. The single divider that you get that says Senpai. Again, I do wish we would get like more than one divider. I think 2 dividers is worth it and not something that would really hurt the bank, but that's just me. It has a very nice suede interior. Like most of their stuff, it's got that nice kind of suede, not quite suede, but it's that like fabric kind of interior to keep the cards safe. You're not going to have any like rough housing from the cards in here. Unlike Imperium Duelists, I do see that there's a lot of stuff here. Different. Sorry about that. So the interior here, sorry, I'm kind of pulling it away. So the interior here is definitely, in my opinion, it's nicer because one of the problems with like Imperium and some of the other deck boxes, or competitors for deck boxes, they like to put all their seams on the inside here, while at least with Gemtech in this regard, everything here seems like a solid piece. And like, yeah, there's a seam here, and there's one over here in the top right, but and you can see that, and that's like it's visible. But the issue is that at least with this one, it is not it's nowhere near as egregious as something like Imperium Duelist. Imperium Duelist had like 3 seams on the inside, like everything looks separate, where like you're supposed to put your cards, and there was no like nice fabric or anything like that. This hides the seams. This keeps everything looking professional and really nice. I like that. And then you have the dice tray, which comes down like this. Again, it has that really nice fabric feel to it. The interiors here. Let me do this so I can fold it in. These interiors feel very much the same way. It's that like nice kind of fabric to it. It's got that. It also has like a specific feel and sound to it. It's very nice, very kind of silky. And then yeah, dice tray, same thing. And we'll take the cover off just because we like to not have the cover on all the time. But again, it has that very nice kind of suede feel to it. Like you can kind of like the game tables and stuff, right? Kind of how that feels. It feels very nice, kind of like poker night stuff, right? So overall, this deck box feels very nice. The construction is super cool. I really do like it. It looks very good. The difference in textures is something that does seem completely new to Gemtech, and at least from their stuff, at least from their previous stuff that I've gotten. And yeah, I think it's very nice. I think the only downside physically to this deck box is going to be like the seam stuff, but even then it's very rare. I am a little afraid of the bending spot here with this glossy material. I don't know if it will hold up over time, or if it will get like worn down. Like this heart up here might be the first to go, but at the same time, or like this one here, it might be the first to go. But overall, I think this deck box is really great. You might have a few, because it's stitched, you might have like a few little hair bits that come out, kind of, or like little dingly bits. I have one on the eyebrow up here. You can't really see it, but I can, so unfortunately with the camera. But I don't think that's really going to take away from the overall aesthetic, nor does it take away from the overall score. So I'm going to go ahead and take a second and come up with a good grade for it. Alright, sorry about the jump cut, but we're back now. I had to go take care of something with the cats. So now that we're here, let's go ahead and start talking about the scores, and I will start with the price. So the price is a solid 3 out of 5. The issue mainly with the price is that it is quite expensive, and then even after shipping it's pretty expensive. Now most Gemtech stuff is high quality, very luxury items, for at least for as far as card games go, and I definitely think that it having the price point of $49.99 retail plus shipping, I do think it's a little high, though you can save some money with a discount code, specifically like the one on screen right now, TeddyFurry10 in the bottom left hand corner. If you use that code, you'll save 10% off, and it saves you about $5 with your purchase of a deck box, which tends to get you close to free shipping, if not free shipping if you have it regularly shipped. So mine was $55.58 because I paid the $10.59 for priority mail, which at the end of the day, I didn't really need, but I did end up paying for it anyway. But that's me. Now, one of the issues that I did have with the price, or that I do have with the price, is Gemtech's style of deck boxes tend to have usually like not a defect, but like an issue somewhere with like the seams, as we talked about earlier. Thankfully, with the Deck Tech Senpai Lilly, this was absolutely not the case. All of the seams were pretty well hidden. The seams, like the stitching, works really well with the overall deck box and the appeal, which absolutely I think makes this deck box stand out above the rest. And with the added weight of the stitching and everything, I definitely think that this deck box, at least from its price point to its appearance to its price point, is worth it. So moving on to the next score, we're going to be talking about the detail of the deck box, which is the art and the different like things that, like the different things that are added to it, the accoutrements, the different design choices. And honestly, this deck box is a just full-blown, like if it was at a 10, this would be a 10 out of 10. Absolutely, because of all of the different nice details that they added. They put a bunch of different textures onto this deck box, which is something that I don't usually see Gemtech do without being like a very special deck box. So this being as well as it is something completely different to me. So the Senpai and the eye and the heart and everything, that's being stitched in there. The hearts on the front and leather all over it are a glossy finish next to the faux leather of like their deep red, which all is really good. And then every bit that's white on the inside has that very nice kind of silky feel that you would get from like a lab coat or like a nurse's outfit, which is literally the whole idea of it. Which is absolutely, I think, worth the detail. It's something that's not only really interesting tactilely, but also is something that's visually super appealing, and the detail, I think, is through the roof with this. Now moving on to the time. The time is a 2 out of 5. Now the 2 out of 5 is solely because of how long the deck boxes usually last. Now, Gemtech deck boxes being luxury items does not mean that they're not good deck boxes. These deck boxes are sturdy. These deck boxes will hold up, being in your backpack, being used in gameplay, taking them to tournaments and such. Not every Senpai deck box is tournament legal for it, for the stuff that it's usually inside of it or whatever, for the artworks and such. But every single deck box they have will last you for a long time. I've had the Deck Tech Charity for well over a year, and I've had previously some of their other lines for probably about 2 to 3 years at this point, and I absolutely think that their items will last you a while. The big reason why this is a 2 out of 5 is because of the shipping time. I ordered this back in February, February 29th to be exact, and it didn't get shipped to me until September 16th. That is genuinely, and then I didn't get to my door until let's see, September 21st, which is kind of frustrating in the long run, but at the same time I understand that like this was a pre-order. So typically with these pre-orders, like if you were to go to order it now, which these are available now, which I didn't know was going to be the case, that you could order them now at this point, so the time would be technically better in my opinion. So for somebody else, the time frame of receiving the order might be different. But I think that when you open a pre-order to something, the fact that it takes 7 months to get it to the person's door, I think that's a little bad. Like I don't think that's necessarily great. I do understand that you need to know how many orders you need to make in order to fill out your inventory and such, and to know that you're gonna know how much you're gonna need to keep stock past pre-orders. But at the same time, I don't think that 7 months is a reliable time frame. I think that that is definitely a little bit of a, even if I docked 1 point for every 2 months, it's still that's you're still going over the 3 points is what I'm saying. So it's pretty, to me, I think that's bad, and that's why it's got a 2 out of 5. Though the sturdiness for it is kind of that side point at the time, and that's why it gets a 2 out of 5. Lastly, the top score. The top score is a 4 out of 5. Now the top score is something that's more or less just my personal appeal to the deck box and why and just my overall feel for the deck box. So Personally, I think this is one of my favorite deck boxes they've done, solely because of all the really cool details that they've added to it, all the tactile feels to it, all the different design choices to it. I absolutely do adore this deck box as it comes off that way. The things that I don't like about the deck box necessarily are like it just took forever to get here. That being said, if I was to order it now, would I get one sooner? Probably. I didn't know that was going to be the case. Gemtech does have this bad habit of not advertising if that will be the case, so it's a coin flip every time that happens. Unfortunately, that is one of the few downfalls I think of Gemtech, is they have a really big exclusivity ceiling, and then when the things aren't exclusive, they don't really warn you that they're going to not be exclusive, which just kind of boosts sales and things. And that's not like a big strike against them. It's just I think they don't really think about that when they go into it. Maybe they do, but giving them the benefit of the doubt here. That being said, guys, if you like what you see here, feel free to subscribe. I do put up product reviews every so often. Usually they're on a Friday afternoon. The last few weeks I haven't done any because I haven't had too many things to review. This showed up. I'm hoping that the Deck Tech Luffy will come out soon. That one was ordered again a few months ago. Hopefully that one will come out soon. And then recently we had La Virgin ordered, and again I'm hoping that will come out soon as well. I will try to get some other deck boxes, probably through Amazon or some such, to do a quick review like I did like the card dict and stuff. Hopefully that will be something I can have out next week. If not, I do upload 5 times a day. I do upload 1 short Edison video every single day at noon, and then 4 current format Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling Book videos every single day at 12:15, 12:30, 12:45, and 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, and then I have been streaming some Master Duel recently, so again, we have all types of stuff here. If you'd like to support the channel, please feel free to use the code in the bottom left, and you can go ahead and buy one of these Senpai deck boxes over at Gemtech. You can also buy anything else, use the code, it will save you 10% off, as long as the item isn't already on sale. If you'd like to support the channel more, you could go to my TCG player, and if you'd like to join a Discord and talk to some friends, and possibly check out the trade binders and such, feel free to join the Discord. The invite link will be in the description below as well. And lastly, yeah, I hope you guys all have a great day. God bless you all, and peace.